All right, let's jump right in. Today, we are talking about a massive revolution that's unfolding in the fight against type 1 diabetes. For decades, the whole story has been about management, right? But now, a totally new playbook is being written, one that's aiming right for the heart of the disease. So let's start with the battle that millions of people are fighting every single day.
You know, if you live with type 1 or know someone who does, you get this on a deep level. It is a relentless, non-stop cycle of checking blood sugar, counting every carb, calculating insulin. It's this constant mental gymnastics 24/7. It's a war of attrition, fought one finger prick, one injection at a time.
And this is the big question, isn't it? What if, instead of just managing the fallout, we could actually change the rules of the game? What if the goal wasn't just to fight the daily skirmishes, but to actually win the whole war? Because that is exactly what's starting to happen.
Okay, so to really get why these new treatments are such a big deal, we have to be super clear on the actual problem. And it all boils down to a case of mistaken identity happening inside the body.
See, here's the key thing to understand. Type 1 diabetes isn't really an insulin problem at its core. It's an immune system problem. Your body's own security team makes a mistake. It wrongly flags your own insulin factories, the beta cells, as bad guys and takes them out. That's the root cause. And that is exactly where this new playbook is taking aim.
So, if the body's insulin factories are being destroyed, the first line of attack in this new war is pretty straightforward, right? Build new ones, and this time give them some serious armor.
And this, my friends, is where science fiction is becoming science fact, like right now. Researchers can now literally grow brand new insulin-producing islet cells in a lab from stem cells. And the results from the first human trials, they are absolutely breathtaking. Just look at this number, 10. In one of the big trials, out of 12 people who got a single infusion of these lab-grown cells, 10 of them no longer needed to take insulin. I mean, just let that sink in. 10 people freed from that endless cycle of checks and injections.
And this brings it home. This isn't just data. This quote is about a real person, a nurse up in Canada who was in the trial. Almost 2 years after her treatment, she is still insulin-free. That's not a data point. That is a life completely transformed.
But that leads to the obvious question, right? How do you stop the immune system, the original culprit, from just destroying the new cells all over again? Well, the answer is just brilliant. Using CRISPR gene editing, scientists are creating stealth cells. They're essentially giving them an invisibility cloak so the immune system can't even see them. And this could get rid of the need for heavy-duty immunosuppressant drugs, which is an absolute game changer. And the cool thing is, they're trying a bunch of different ways to protect these new cells. There's already an FDA-approved therapy called Lantidra. There are these tiny encapsulation devices that act like a physical bodyguard, a little safe house for the cells. And then there's even wilder stuff, like gene therapy that could teach other cells, like muscle cells, to start making insulin. Just incredible.
So, replacing the cells is front number one. But what if you could just call off the attack in the first place? That brings us to the second major front in this war. Basically, negotiating a peace treaty with the immune system. And the lead diplomat in these negotiations is a drug called teplizumab. It's this clever antibody that doesn't just wipe out your immune system. Instead, it finds the specific T cells, the attack soldiers that are going after the pancreas, and it just tells them to stand down. It's like telling them, hey, false alarm, these guys are friendly.
And the effect is profound. What you're seeing here is that for people who are diagnosed in the early stages, teplizumab can delay the full-blown disease, the point where you need insulin every day, by about 3 years on average. Think about that. 3 more years of freedom. You can't put a price on that kind of time.
And teplizumab is really just the beginning. Scientists are exploring everything you can imagine. They're trying out repurposed cancer drugs, they're using nanomedicine, like tiny little delivery drones, to send calming signals directly to the pancreas. They're even looking at engineering our gut bacteria to help teach the immune system to just chill out.
Okay, so while all this work is happening to find a cure for tomorrow, the battle for a better life today goes on. And on this front, technology, and specifically artificial intelligence, are proving to be the ultimate allies, making the daily grind smarter and so much safer.
This right here is the closed-loop system, what a lot of people call the artificial pancreas.
And the concept is actually beautifully simple. A sensor checks your glucose levels constantly. A smart AI algorithm analyzes that data in real time, and then it tells an insulin pump exactly how much insulin to deliver second by second. It's all automatic.
And these AIs are getting scary good. I'm talking about the same kind of deep learning that lets an AI master a game like chess. These systems learn you, your body's unique patterns. They start to predict where your glucose is headed before it even gets there, making adjustments that dramatically improve how much time you spend in a healthy range.
So when you pull the camera back and look at the whole landscape, you realize it's not about one single breakthrough. What we're witnessing is a coordinated, multi-pronged attack on this disease from every conceivable angle.
This table really sums up the new playbook. You've got cell replacement showing these stunning early results. You've got immune therapies that are already approved and out there. You have smart AI systems that are here right now and getting better by the day. And look, there are even promising trials for repurposed drugs. Each of these is a powerful weapon on its own. But together, man, it is a complete transformation of the battlefield.
And the bottom line for all of this is that the entire paradigm, the whole way we think about this disease, has shifted. For the first time, really, the conversation is all about regenerating cells, reprogramming the immune system. It's about fundamentally fixing the problem, not just putting a bandage on the symptoms with insulin.
Which leaves us with this final, really powerful question. Now look, we're not there yet, and there are still plenty of hurdles to clear. But with so much progress happening on so many fronts, all at the same time, it really feels like we've hit a tipping point. The momentum is just undeniable. It's turning what was once a far-off hope into a very real question of when, not if. Thanks for tuning in.